One of the key conflicts on this season of The White Lotus, a conflict that one party didn't even know was happening, has finally come to a head. Rick Hatchet, Walton Goggins, came to the White Lotus in Thailand to confront and kill Jim Hollinger, Scott Glenn, who owns the hotel with his wife, Srtala Lekpatravati. Upon learning Jim had been hospitalized in Bangkok after a stroke, Rick left his girlfriend, Amy Lou Wood, behind at the hotel in order to finally get revenge. Rick believes that his father was murdered by Jim, based on something his mother said to him before she died. He never met his father, and that absence, as well as the looming, imagined presence of Jim, has hung over his entire life. So, did he kill Jim? Well, no. After entering Jim's home as part of a ruse for which he enlisted his shady former associate, Frank Sam Rockwell, Rick got Jim alone and confronted him, ultimately deciding to knock over the chair Jim was sitting in, pushing him to the floor, rather than shooting him. This second-to-last episode of the season sets Rick up for new revelations. As Goggins puts it, Rick, having now dealt with the bogeyman who has haunted his mind since childhood, has experienced a release from 53 years of pain. Rick's role in the episode concludes with a late-night rager, as Rick and Frank party with women and drugs. Surrounded by debauchery, Rick sits on a sofa, not partaking and yet still euphoric, his smile a testament to just what he achieved, even without drawing blood. An emotional journey over the course of a single episode. And Goggins, who until now hadn't talked about it with anyone since shooting it, grows both animated and tearful during the discussion, particularly as he recalls the months of anticipation of meeting his character's nemesis, in cautious anticipation of Rick being set free of his anger. Goggins, a TV veteran with credits ranging from Justified to Fallout, spoke with Variety ahead of Episode 7's airing to discuss what it took to elicit that smile, working with creator Mike White, why critics of Rick's relationship with Chelsea are fucking boring, and what it was like to shoot the season's most viral scene opposite his close friend Rockwell. How long did it take you to shoot your confrontation with Scott Glenn's character? Was it all in a single night? I think it's important to understand that I read all of these scripts pretty early. I don't know if I was the first to be hired, but I was pretty close to it. And I read the scripts almost the way Mike wrote them, in a fever dream, over the course of a flight from LA to New York and then straight to my apartment, finishing them all in one night. When I got to this episode, I knew that it was headed there, this final confrontation with this man who defined my life. It was my own Mount Everest, my own apocalypse. It was going to take that long to reach the smile that he has at the end of the show.